country, indeed around the world, people are gathering this week to remember a very important event of 10 years ago. And in some ways it's the signal event or signature event in the lives and the political consciousness lives of our students.
I think that, 9/11 came with a giant question mark attached to it. It wasn't the culmination of a long period of hostilities between two countries. No, it was a mystery. How did it happen? Why did it happen? What would happen next? I remember having the thought the night of September 11th, 2001, that if history were a guide, the country would likely be changed more profoundly by how it responded to 9/11 than by the attacks itself.
My goal behind this project is to help the non-Muslim world, initially being mostly U.S. citizens, to understand this community beyond the headlines and beyond the stereotypes that are now associated with this community. And I'm concerned that as our country now looks at 9/11, the events of 9/11, that the ripples, the effects of that horrific day are spreading down to the individual level, person to person.
When I heard my peers questioning, asking questions about my faith, I felt the need to really express my faith and let people know that, this is what I believe. I condemn terrorism. Islam is a peaceful religion, and I'm a very moderate Muslim, like most Muslims are. So I think I've had a very positive interaction with my peers as far as my faith is concerned.
Their first introduction to Islam as a religion and Muslims as people was through the tragic events of 9/11. As you can imagine, that's the worst possible introduction of a faith tradition. Through it's one of the worst apples, through it's one of the most tragic events. So that experience shaped the image of Islam and Muslims in the hearts and minds of many American Muslims, and that has been increasingly the case since 9/11. We had a generation grew up receiving Islam is evil, Muslims are terrorists, or many different variations of this message over and over, almost on a daily basis. 9/11 was a wake-up call. This is not the first time this nation felt herself hitting to these unseen or seen brick walls. As we grew out of our previous challenges and calamities, we shall overcome this one as well.